Forest Fire by K Forest. K Forest is a singer, songwriter, rapper, and producer out of Ontario, Canada. He has been taking music very serious since 2015. His influences include the likes of SWV, DMX, Freddy Gibbs, and Aaliyah, to name a few. Forest Fire is a re-release from 2016. How is it, though? Here's an honest review of Forest Fire by K Forest.
K Force. Forest fires. Only you can prevent them. Is that not a fact? You didn't learn that in school? I know you learned it in school.
What you think about this album cover?
I thought it was fire. I love how they put the braille up there.
Yeah.
And it looks like his picture is a photo card. Almost looks like a K-pop photo card that would come with a K-pop album.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's I like it. I thought it was dope.
Yeah, it's a cool album cover. I like the braille on the side as well. And I just love the simplistic, photo in the middle with, his name on the bottom.
Okay. The flow of this album, man. The flow of this project is more along the lines of everything that was coming out of Toronto between 2013 and 2016 when it came out. It all fits in that same vein. Tory Lanez, Party Next Door, Weekend-esque.
Yeah, it definitely got that whole R&B crooner vibe. Definitely got some songs about, emotions and everything like that. So it's got all that whole line.
You really don't like this album. I can tell by the tone in your voice.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Highlights. Oh, everybody that listens to this podcast knows when you start whispering, you don't like it.
What are you talking about? I don't know.
Highlights, man. On My Mind is fire. That was what initially made me feel like we should check it out. Beat is crazy. The way he's singing on it is dope. A lot of the lyrics to it is actually really cool. Wifey is another cool song that I actually really enjoyed. And after that, we'll just have to talk about it.
Yeah, I enjoyed the opening with On My Mind. I thought it was a dope, play on the title and then everything on the song that it did. Wifey is really, really dope. I just really like the sound. It kind of like this isn't a bad or a highlight, anything like that, but it kind of got that Jacquees kind of sound to it a little bit.
I know what you're talking
about.
Without
the fluttering.
Without
the fluttering.
Without the fluttering, yeah.
So I like that about him. He knows how to, carry the notes and everything like that. Tempin' with Jaden, I thought that was pretty dope. I really like the vibe that they brought on that song. I think Appreciation was the one I enjoyed after that one. And I want to say it was Brown Eyes Nora that I liked as well, because I really like the features on this album as well.
Another thing, the sample that they used on What It Do. I don't remember the name of the song. Don't be afraid of the way you feel. Older school song. It's like a little bit.
Maybe
older
that's
school.
why I knew it, because I was like, I feel like I know this sample.
Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna actually say it. Oh, Surrender by Cut Close. There you go.
Okay.
That song was fire.
Yeah.
So I like the way they used the sample on that song. Low Lights. Actually, I want to point out that I don't necessarily hate a long list of songs. I know I only mentioned 2 songs of my highlights, but I don't really hate a long list of songs. My issue with the project was, and this is different from how I normally get when I listen to albums, the more I listen to it, the less interested I get. The replay value on it felt low, just because I was just like, man, first time I listened to it, I was blown away, and every single time I listen to it more, I'm just like, it's in the same vein as a lot of he's literally swerving in a lot of different lanes.
Yeah.
It's kind of a crowded space, and I didn't feel like it was enough to separate him, at least in this project. I did listen to one of his newer songs. It was actually pretty solid. So I definitely didn't like the use of the Rock the Boat sample. They tried to flip it, work the middle, rock the boat, as opposed to rock the boat, work the middle. Aside from that, though, it was just the redundance of the sound. I did like the ideas of the songs, the concepts, the skit, especially when he's talking to the girl who's the lucky lady. Hopefully it's you. There was some really cool aspects to this album. It's just, as I was listening to it more and more, it just came off like, nah, this ain't it.
Yeah, and I'm at the deal of that. It's just the sound of this album kind of drew me out of it. Like, there were certain things that I liked about some of the songs, but more or less, I was just like, the album felt like one extended portion of the same type of mood. And I kind of got that all the way through. Like, I felt like, he was switching up the lyrics and everything that we was talking about, but I still got the same vibe from one song to the next. And, other than my standouts, I kind of felt like the other songs didn't really have any kind of memorable aspect to them. Knowing that this is, a dated project and everything like that, there still wasn't nothing to hook me, to keep me wanting to go back and, listen to it another time.
Final thoughts. First off, I just want to say, I actually do want to take the time to hear some of his newer songs. He actually has a Forest Fires Part 2.
Okay.
But as far as this project goes, I felt like there was some bright spots. For the most part, the more you listen to it, the less interested you're going to get. There's definitely different ways of doing this to kind of separate yourself from the pack, but it just felt like it was just too familiar, if you get what I'm saying. It just didn't separate itself from the pack.
Yeah, I think he has the vibe, for that type of R&B sound, so I would definitely, be into checking some more of his projects out. But with this one, I can only think about I had about 5 good takeaways from it. And other than that, I pretty much got the same mood throughout it. So that's just where I stand with this project.
Final grade. Not going to give it X. I'm going to give it a dash. It's solid. Straight through. It's just very familiar.
Yep.
And there are some people that have kind of done it better. That's all I can really say.
Same here. I'm going to give it a dash. I don't think it's nothing horrible about it, but I just didn't think, that it carried itself well. But there is some stuff to look out for here, and I really think that he has a great voice and, it stands out. So, yeah, most definitely.